You know you people aren't missing much, right? Just saying, you're really not missing a dang thing. All that happens in this particular chapter is that Nightlight in Spot, who I wish was last century, God, are having a man to son talk and are talking about Twilight's psychological issues because that was needed. And Twilight and Velvet catch up with the events of the previous chapter with those two unneeded, unnecessary, unwanted, unfocused, uncared about nobles. The next chapter has, of course, the usual bullshit of, oh, Twilight has to remain at some sort of other palace against her will, even though she could easily say she just wants to stand out on the Treeberry. But you guys already know my complaints about that. And even a good fanfic, like, say, a Harrier problem, can't get away with that, so I'm going to be fair here. But still, there's some complaining about rutabagas and why Twilight messed up, and oh god, how did this fic actually get liked? And there's something about Cloudsdale being mad that they got passed over for the use of the Equestria Games, and Pinkie Pie has Discord on a leash? Let's see. In this continuity, Discord was being reformed by a different pony. What?! I'm sorry, what?! Okay. Look. There's a reason why it would work for Fluttershy rather than Pinkie. Have you met Pinkie Pie? She is currently using my Planeswalker ring to, right now, host a freaking party in Terra Nog for the Mystic Knights. And I am going to have a long talk with her about abusing my Planeswalker ring when she gets here. Trixie, hide the ring back on the desk. I'll go sneak back home. Right, I never saw you. Do you really think that somehow on Celestia's God-given Equestria that Pinkie Pie was a better choice for reforming Discord? Did you really think that? Pinkie Pie isn't going to be able to, hold Discord back a little. He's going to be Discord little version. The thing she's going to do is going to be worse. See, Discord would cause massive chaos. She would cause mayhem. She would... Ooh, tell me more. Uh-oh. Please tell me Discord didn't hear me. Please tell me... Oh, come on. Do you really think that those little bitty anti-Discord seals you put on the studio were going to stop me? No, I didn't. Don't know why I even bothered asking my little brother to set those up. But I was kind of hoping you would be distracted with something else. And what was that? The hot tub of chocolate milk that I have outside. Ooh, I'll go bring my undertrousers. Oh, by the way, Discord, tell Spike and Big Mac that we're all playing Ogres and I'll be like, it's next Thursday. And bring Shining Armor. What? I'm the DM now. I offered. And I showed my skills. They're my Thursday group. Twilight and the others are my Friday. Look, I gotta use the bookstore for something. Don't look at me like that, guys. But anyway, using Pinkie Pie misses the whole reason why Fluttershy was able to do it. Sometimes you generally need somebody who can be loving yet firm. And that was what Fluttershy was doing. She was being kind yet firm at the same time. Some of you people forget what she said at the end, and I have a feeling a lot of you did, when she said, "Did you really think I was being stupid?" No, she wasn't. She knew what Discord was doing. But she was giving him a chance to work it all out and to be himself. She wasn't trying to be restraining. However, when things got too bad, she held him back and gave him a fitting punishment. One that isn't painful, and one that isn't turning into stone or doing something that's hurtful. See, that's how you work with people. You don't immediately look at somebody and say, "Bad!" and then throw them into the brig, or decide to cut their fingers off, or decide to slap them. You talk to them. You be reasonable. The other way just causes them to act out worse. And having Pinkie Pie wouldn't work either, because all Pinkie Pie would do, "Hi guys!" Smush! Would just make things worse. That's it. I'm playing shifting you both into the Feywild! Ooh! That's fun! Don't mess with the druid. And the rest of the next chapter ain't that much better. It's just Nyx finding out what we all figured out, that her friends don't treat her any differently. So thus, it's all freaking moot. But let's talk about something that interestingly happens. You know, I wonder if I should put a gore warning for some of this, but then I realized, if you guys clicked on a video called Marvel Zombies, what were you expecting? I mean, it's right there in the title. I mean, what were you thinking was going to happen when you saw it? You also saw some of the page images that pop up in your thumbnails. Did you really think that nothing was going to pop up? I swear. The Silver Surfer had disappeared from sight. Gone. Where did he go? Giant Man asked. Well, does anyone see him? Anyone know where he might have gone? Should I fly up and see if I can find him? I could do a sweep if I find anything. Angel remarks. Luke Cage is more dismissive. I'm not seeing squat. He was there, he was just gone. Daredevil then has. What are we going to do now? Starting to get hungry again. Right. So when you find him, you can keep it all to yourself. Brilliant plan. If you so much as flap a wing, I'll have Thor send his makeshift hammer through your face. Let's see if you can survive that. Angel is a little upset towards a Giant Man. Jeez, I was asking a question. Why don't you try to be a little more civil? Girl America. Got any ideas? If we got food traveling the skies, I want to get it to it before anyone else. Any plans? What can we do? At the speed that thing was moving at, we can't catch that. Maybe the Hulk saw it coming in time to leap to it, but otherwise it was a waste of effort. Gotta be pockets of civilians hiding somewhere, like Magneto's clan. We better off finding them. Sounds like a plan to me. Still wouldn't be a bad idea to get the story on our visitor. Find out where he came from, so keep your eyes open. Meantime, get back to the others, tell them what happened. I'm gonna see if I can find Janet, Casio Blair. Giant Man says as he walks away. Daredevil looks up. What are we going to tell Iron Man? I mean, about Magneto. The truth is that during the fight, Magneto broke a gas line, died in an explosion, vaporized. There was nothing left to eat. Angel's a little bit incredulous. Right, gas mate, that works. See you there, tonight? I don't know. Had to find my wife first. I'll be there as soon as I can. Hey, Luke, you think maybe... Ugh, how about my back, you creepy? With that said, Giant Man walks to Desolate City. So much is ruined. So much is broken. Returning back to a human size, he continues his walk towards the subway. Abandoned, gone. Nothing left remains but dust and the faint old cricket. Except for what seems to be a lone coffin with an IV bag attached to it. Stepping nearby, he opens it, revealing the body of the former king of Wakanda, T'Challa. You know, one has to ask, how did they manage to break through the force field in Wakanda? I mean, that stuff's gotta be pretty tough, so how did they do it? Then again, maybe in this particular plane, they didn't set one up. You awake? Hello, T'Challa? Good. I'm glad you're unconscious. I thought maybe the sedative mask might have worn out. The mask helps my conscience, but you're not so much when you're squirming. By now, Black Panther's arm is completely gone. I was going to do a little work today, see if I couldn't figure something out. Sadly, the meal I had earlier isn't going to last long enough for me to keep a clear head. Looks like I'm going to have to carve up another piece. You don't have a preference, do you? I figured starting your legs before I finished off your arm. Reaching there, he ties a tourniquet around Black Panther's leg, just above the knee. You know, the others would kill me if they knew you were here. They wouldn't understand you'd be gone. I always be hungry. And I can't think when I'm hungry. You understand, don't you? He reaches out and pulls out a saw. Don't worry. I always clean my tools after I use them. There's no one gonna come down here needing a bite to eat. Don't want you getting infected with my or any other disease or infection. I need you here. Human! He begins to saw off the leg slowly, blood splurting out as its blade cuts through bone, sinew, and ligaments. I need you here for as long as I can hold out. You understand, right? I don't enjoy this. I think it's sick. I do it for the good of us all. I like to think that if I didn't keep you so drugged, you volunteered for this. That said, I'm not gonna let the drugs wear off so I can ask. So I guess I am a monster. You want to hear something really scary? Well, something that scares me, at least. He begins to sew up those wounds, holding back the bleeding. I like the way flesh tastes. Really, if I do. If there was someone to find a cure for whatever is going on with us, if things went back to the way they were, or as close as they get, I think I still eat people. It terrifies me, really. The scary part is that the only thing that terrifies me, and I just stood off a friend's foot so I could eat it. Unfortunately, his secret's quickly discovered by Janet, resizing herself right in front of him. What the hell's going on in here? Janet, you're hiding this from me? From you? From everyone. Nobody knows about this. Why? Pointing an accusatory finger, and Giant Man begins to argue. The rest, you especially, like to restrain Negan for this. You've eaten him a day or two. I can't have that. I need him. How dare you? You share him with me, starting now, Jan says, getting ready to fire her bolt. Or what? You think you can hit me with your stings? I don't feel pain. None of us do, he says, doing the... Oh, God. You know... The whole reason why we got Scott Lang over Hank Pym in the movies was because I think Hank Pym's whole entire rep was destroyed by the Ultimates and the time he slapped Janet. Like, I feel like that's all anybody remembers of Hank anymore. Is that he bit-slapped Janet that one time. Now, granted, one time is one time too many, yeah. But that's what everybody seems to remember. And I feel like going, guys, there's more to his character than that. He's done things. He's responsible for making Ultron and other tempos of his character. It's fine. Let him do other things. Oh well. I love Hank Pym in the movies anyway, so... And I wouldn't trade Scott Lang for the world. So I was like, do it. What? I just sometimes get a little tired of the usual references. This time, though, I'm okay with it. You'll share him with me, or I'll say your little secret of everyone. Got it? Tennant says, firing a sting bolt at Hank's way. Fortunately, he's just not strong enough or fast enough to dodge Hank as he grabs her body, holds it close to his mouth, and bites her head off before throwing the headless body away into the piles of files. Finding her taste disgusting, he spits out her head. Patooey! Disgusting! Ah! Well, I guess you got the last laugh. So no, not to do that. We taste terrible. He sighs about this, trying to forget what he just did. Now I've got a mess to clean up. I'll leave that for later. Where were we? Oh yeah, I better get to that before it gets cold. For the first time, T'Challa begins to talk. What's that? Instead of wearing off? Kill me. No can do, old friend. If I do that, your meat will spoil. You'll taste no better than my wife's poor head. Can't have that, can we? Now shut up. It's going to take me a few minutes to find your sedative. Daddy has work to do. Hank says, walking away. Elsewhere, the Silver Surfer flies overhead, scanning the planet. And elsewhere, other heroes start noticing him. From Captain Britain to Dr. Doom and Latveria, to Polaris sending somewhere, to the Ironmonger walking alone cold, to Sunfire flying overhead. God, I know too many superheroes. Iron Man came back earlier, Cap says, looking at the other zombified heroes that are waiting, including Vulture and Hercules. You're the last to arrive. Magneto, nobody's found Magneto. He's been asking about you. I think he's pissed. Flying overhead, just as soon as he says this, it's the zombified Iron Man. Hello, Tony. Cut the crap, Steve. Where the hell have you been? What took you so freaking long to get back here? Tony asks, floating in the air. What happened to you? Looks like you're all fired up. We found him, Magneto. There was a fight. He got some good hits. Cap says, pointing to his half-cut-off head for emphasis. Where did you find him? Where is he? Did he get away? No, he didn't. The fight got pretty hairy. A gas main erupted. There was an explosion. Magneto's was burnt up. Daredevil says, there was nothing left to eat. Really? Iron Man asks, a little suspicious of the story. So there was nothing left to bring back the rest of us? You didn't even get to eat anything? None of you've eaten anything, right? Spider-Man, how's her wife and aunt? Quickly, Peter responds, Oh God, please, don't bring that up! I can't handle it! I can't bear to think about it! I'm not putting up with this! Luke Cage says, dismissively throwing away Spider-Man's body. You geniuses think you can sneak up past me? You hadn't eaten anything, why is Spider-Man so emotional? Not to mention the fact that Banner's standing there and not Hulk. He's only Banner after feeding. Then there's Banner's bulging and recently ruptured belly. A little hard to miss. I'm sorry, Iron Man, Angel says. It's just that you know there wouldn't have been enough to go around anyway. What else could we have done? Relax. Would have done the same. I'm just pissed I didn't even get a taste. And even over a day. It makes you feel any better. I didn't get any either. I showed up at the party a little too late. It doesn't make me feel better at all. Where's Hank and Jen? They were with you, right? They never came back. And we haven't seen Hawkeye either. The Wasp flew away with a chunk of Magneto. She didn't want to share with Hank. When he decided to come back here, Hank went to look for her. Hawkeye's dead. We think. Tony's a little mystified by this. You think? No. I mean, really dead. Magneto used my shield to sever the head. Never got around to see if it finally killed him. You never know. True, we haven't figured out what kills us, have we? If things are going to keep the way they are, I think we'll find out soon enough. Oh? There's something I want to talk to you about. Tony continues walking with Steve while the other superheroes begin to regroup. It's only a matter of time before we get hungry enough to try to eat each other, despite the taste. When that happens, staying in a large group together, like we have been, becomes a bad idea. True. Do you want everyone to split up? So we have a better chance of finding food? Common sense, really. When this started, there was enough to go around. Billions, actually. We swarmed like locusts and put the planet clean. But no, I don't want to split everyone up. I want to disappear. Get about 10 of us together and just go. Search the Midwest. See if we missed anyone. Daredevil adds his lines. If we took the Quinjet, it might look like a rescue mission. People might come out hiding and try to flag us down. That's not a bad idea. Also, what about presidential bunkers and bases? All of Congress has got to be hidden somewhere. You remember where those places were from when you were president, right, Colonel? Maybe one or two. I didn't spend a lot of time at bunkers. Remember, I didn't serve a full term. Right, starting to forget things. Starting to become, there's a low rumbling. What the hell's that? Up in the sky, Silver Surfer continues to observe, looking around him at the destroyed city. Cap responds. We saw him earlier, with no clue what he is. Anything else you're keeping from me? No, this covers it. And then with that, Silver Surfer raises his arm and flashes a bright beam of light into the sky. Then he turns to talk to the zombies. The great Galactus has been summoned. He'll arrive very soon. Your world is to be converted into elemental energy to serve as nourishment for my master, Galactus. I have surveyed your planet, and while it supports little life, it will be sufficient for his needs. Though it will mean the end of your existence, you must realize what an honor it is that your death will provide sustenance to Galactus. Your time is short. Prepare for the end. All the zombies look up incredulously, unmoving, uncaring, until Cap finally reminds, what the hell is he talking about? I have no idea. Get him! Tony says, putting on his suit. There, you see, does he prefer zombies over whatever the hell reality check is trying to stuff down your throat?